trying to convince yourself, but you know I would have done anything for you and your sister. Blaming yourself and me will not bring her back. Thank you. I'm reading. My heart sank as she turned ever so slightly, her eyes glowing a shade brighter. I still care about you, need you, want you. I always will. Well then, I guess there's a problem, because I don't care about you. Not when the cost of it took everything from me. Her lips pursed into a thin line. You're not worth it. It hit at her, and she struck back. Don't project onto me. I know you. Even if you hate it, you care about me. I know what I felt then, and I know what you felt. It was real, the only thing I can still feel from you. And I will stop at nothing to have you back with me. I won't let you suffer alone. You know I won't. I'm too damn stubborn. The cackle of lightning hissed across the sky. Pouring her lip twisted up as she glanced at it. She swallowed, a long narrow column of her throat bobbing as she tilted her head back. They wrote stories about me, the Igmaruthans, and you, Semkiel, the World Ender. Two creatures destined to spill each other's blood until the cosmos bled. She looked at me, her gaze meeting mine and holding. Not each other. I merely shrugged as the storm raged on. Well, times change. Hi. She smiled, but it was one of annoyance, not the bright one I craved. She clapped her hands together. Well, this was on Samkiel, but I have a witch to kill, so. I knew what she was doing. Her attempt at avoidance was apparent, but it was more than that. I knew where she was better than anyone. When my father died, I destroyed her serum. I'd locked myself away on the remains of my old world. She was only locking her emotions inside, trying to push me away, trying to block me out, trying not to feel. Diana, I took a single step forward. She thrust her hand toward me, a dark ring on her finger going for a mere second as she summoned a sharp, jagged, forsaken sword made of serrated bone and held it between us. Shock grounded my feet and placed my stomach twisting. Inconceivable. How? She can kill him. That blade can kill him. Shit. She's not fucking around. How? My voice was a broken whisper. She summoned a blade from her ring. It was impossible that she had raw magic. It took even to stabilize the power it contained. Another honest moment between us. I remembered the things you taught me, how to fight better, be quicker, how to take down something far larger than me, how to be lethal. Every little thing you showed me in that mansion when you just wanted to be close to me after our little argument. I remember every word you said, including how you must always have a weapon. She lifted the blade, assessing it. Camila made it for me. It took a while. Thanks for joining. But here we are. That's what you needed her for, to fight me. Why did rage and jealousy flare my life in my gut at that realization? I knew you'd only get in my way, just like the blood that runs through that perfect body of yours. Thank you for joining. Saving people is ingrained in your DNA, and honestly, how cool is this? The rings really are a great idea. Camilla had forged a blade-born ring. I knew her powers were unparalleled even here, but that much power and strength were catastrophic, and now two of the most powerful women I knew had joined forces. Yeah, women joining forces. I am a creature born of chaos, born to destroy. I'm so chilled. Sorry. Okay. Born to destroy. She lifted her blade, pointing at me. You are the protector of all 12 realms and every dimension in between. Shall we be what we were always destined to be, lover? She moved quickly, too quickly. I summoned my blade and raised it, stopping her strike just before it connected with my face. The heavy sound of steel rang out, and a part of me broke. My body hit the floor, all air exploding from my lungs. I pushed to my feet, summoning another ablaze sword. I refused to give up on her. She was still in there. It had only been a flicker buried under the anger and vengeance, but I'd seen it. It was enough. Lights flashed, casting a gray-blue tint with every rotation of the focused yellow beams. I scanned the hole she had made in the deck. After hitting me with enough flame to sting, my clothes remained intact, minus the few cuts she had gotten in with her blade. She practically danced with that weapon. Even as her target, she was damn impressive. I peeked into that hole and followed her in. The moment my feet hit, I went to my knees. Diana's sword hit the metal just above my head and stuck. Her eyes blazed as she yanked the blade from the wall. I rose and stepped to the side, out of her reach. How'd you get so good at wielding a sword? You despise swords. She rushed forward, and I blocked the swipe as she aimed at me. I held her there for a few seconds. She forced her strike tenfold. She leaned in close and smiled, snapping canines sharp as the blade she wielded. Her first shot connected with my jaw, hard enough to send me into neighboring while I pushed off, ducking once more as she swung, the blade sparking against the wall where I stood. You can only perfect something if you train. She tossed my swords back at me in a mocking voice. Another lesson you taught me. Oh, so you do pay attention to what I say. A pipe burst where she had struck the wall, sending a plume of steam hissing into the hallway. You know, I saw you on the screen prancing around and smiling at those stupid mortals as if nothing happened. So precious, telling everyone how they have nothing to fear. What a joke you are. She stalked me through the gray stream, spinning the blade as she rotated her wrist. I have to maintain a face, Diana. That's all that was. You know that. The mortals are already in an uproar. Yes. You looked so miserable with everyone practically drooling over you. A thought crossed my mind. Is that how I looked? How long did you stare at me? She moved again, and I blocked it. Hi, welcome, Eileen. Welcome in. Thanks for joining us. I'll be reading for about 30 minutes. So, he put her on display, Sam Keel, just like that. And you can go on there like it meant nothing. Lie to me again about how much you care for me, she growled, her foot shooting out to kick me in the chest. I flew back, the wall groaning as my body hit. I rubbed at the lingering ache in my sternum and stood. Yes, she was definitely stronger and meaner. As I caught my breath, her words sank. Thanks for joining. Hi, Jack. I'm reading the second book in the Book of Azrael, which is The Throne of Gods. I wouldn't worry. Oh, wait. Alright. Okay. I rubbed the lingering ache in my sternum and stood. Yes, she was definitely stronger and meaner. As I caught my breath, her words sank in. Diana, I have to make the world, the mortals, feel safe, so the Council of Hedramil stays away. That's all. I would never willingly do anything to cause you more pain. Hi, MJ. Thanks for joining. I'm reading. Any more pain? Where'd it go? Steam continued to billow from the pipe, filling the hall with a thin fog. I could only see her red glowing eyes and the silhouette as she took a step back, then another. I wouldn't worry about me being in pain, she said with a smile, her white teeth flashing in the gloom. 1 minute she was there and the next gone. I shot to my feet and dashed to where she had been. Smoke twined around my body, but the corridor was empty. Fuck. I growled under my breath. Another word Diana had taught me, spilling from my lips. She was baiting me, feeling from him She was baiting me, feeling from him, zeroing in on his location, and once I was far enough away that I couldn't reach her, she vanished. I turned, summoning in a blaze weapon back into my ring before darting down the hall. Knowing I wouldn't reach him before she did, I stopped and portaled, reappearing outside the mortal door. I grabbed the lever and yanked, ripping the door from its hinges. Santiago jumped, his eyes wide with fear and shock. Not giving him time to react, I reached inside, grabbed him by the front of his shirt, pulling him out. You look terrible, he said, his face grim as he took in the cuts and the blood on my jacket. I had not notice how many swipes she had gotten in during our battle, but apparently she had done some damage. I dragged him along, looking down every hallway, around every corner, waiting for her to appear. Surprised she hadn't gotten to him yet. Santiago caught on to my unease and hurried to keep the pace with me. Thanks everyone for joining. I think I put this, but I'll put it. I'm just taking a little typing break. I cut my finger earlier, so I have like a little dinosaur bandit on it. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. You know, I could have just portaled both of us out of here if you had taken my hand. Shut up, I snapped. Reaching the end of the hall, I peered